Okay, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on in Hollywood, but I swear these people are weighing. We thought Offset cheating on Cardi B and getting someone else pregnant was wild enough, but it's even worse than we thought because Cardi just went ballistic on him and exposing him and Quavo for allegedly hooking up with the same woman at the same time. What? But wait, there's definitely more. Cardi just confirmed these suspicions that the Migos broke up because of Sway. She claimed that Offset and Quavo allegedly hooked up with Sway at the same time before things were left. Please get a seat for this, because Cardi is ready to take it all the way there with Offset, and she is determined to humiliate him as much as he has been humiliating her. So it turns out that CI is not as chill as we thought after Offset got exposed for knocking someone up, when Cardi is also rumored to be pregnant as well. Now, at first she seemed to be super chill about it, and honestly that wasn't surprising because it's not the first time that Offset has cheated on her, so we kind of thought that she had already gotten used to being cheated on. But as it turns out, even though she is willing to forgive cheating, getting someone else knocked up is a whole new ballgame that she is not prepared for, especially since the streets are now saying that PR didn't really get determination and might still be pregnant with Offset's baby. Offset having a baby on her may be the final straw for Cardi, which explains why she was calm when she thought Pri had gotten the termination, and only became agitated when it was claimed that Pri was still pregnant. At first, she urged us to mind our beeswax and boasted about how rich she was and how much more money she had than the rest of us brokies.
Harder in the industry and in every genre, harder than a female rapper. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you have to have the best verses. You gotta have the best verses, and not only that, you gotta kill the charts. And then on top of that, your personal life gotta be perfect, or then the op is gonna use that against you. Oh, your husband, shut up. I made more money than niggas.
However, she quickly switched up when she found out that not only was PRI still apparently pregnant, but Offset's family had allegedly helped him hide the affair from Cardi. This explains why she blew off on Offset's mother a few days ago when she tried to demonstrate love for culture. Offset's mother uploaded a photo of Hardy reading Culture, prompting Hardy to react, stating that she grew up poor but cherished her family.
I will not accept fake love for my kids. Don't pose my kids with that fake love shit. Don't try me because I'm being really nice right now. If people don't want to understand what I'm telling them in private, I'm going to make it publicly, and I'm going to light up a match in this. You want to take advantage of my kindness? You want to manipulate and you want to gaslight me? I'm not going to do that with my children. There's a warning. So, I told people to stop playing with me. Child, you want to keep playing with me. It's so annoying when, I think because I'm ghetto or because I'm emotional, people they like to gaslight me and they think that they can manipulate my brain. But little do you know, I'm very understandable. I'm very understandable, and when I have it to hear, that's when I'll go on live. Because if you don't if you think that you're gonna gaslight me with your bullshit, that's when I'm gonna go public so you could understand me a little bit better. It's bad enough you don't hold your own accountable, but what you're not going to do is try to act like I need to be accountable, especially when it comes to my kids. I did not grow up like a dog, okay? I grew up with a very huge family, mom and dad, and every part of my family, every aunt, every uncles, every grandparent. So I will not accept nothing less for my kids. So what you're not going to do is manipulate me when I put my guards up for my kids. You don't gotta like me, but you're gonna respect my kids. And if you're not gonna love my kids properly, don't look for them, or don't speak on them. I could say my baby father, he's a great dad. I'll give it to him. But anybody else, don't play with my kids. Now, I'm being nice. I'm being nice until people Stop talking to me like I'm easy to manipulate or easy to gaslight, and take accountability. Every fucking time that I feel like I'm getting gaslighted or manipulated, I'm going to come in on here and show you. If you don't understand in private, then I'm gonna make you understand publicly. Okay? I'm nice when I want to be nice. But I'm when I have it up to here, everybody that knows me knows my Libra moon. And I don't give a who's hurt. I don't give a who's mad. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm going to protect myself and my children. Mine. And no, I don't want to come here. This is not for publicity or nothing like that. It's just sometimes people think because I'm ghetto, they think they can manipulate me privately. And it's like, all right, you don't want to understand. You don't want to understand where I'm coming from. So I'm going to make you understand it publicly. Because that's the only shake ya. So I'm going to shake your shit.
Y'all, Cardi was so mad about it, but then again, who wouldn't? As it turns out, Offset's mom isn't the only family member that she's on the outs with, because she's also had issues with Offset's dad and his sister as well. And it's not hard to see why. When Offset cheated on her after she gave birth to Culture, his dad defended him on Facebook and shamed her for being mad at Offset instead of being an understanding wife. He wrote, "My son is not innocent, as he has done his share of dirt." But the whole scenario is a never-ending drama session. It's take 4-act mudslinging situation fueled by jealousy, envy, insecurities, and psychological issues, etc. Like most young adults, he doesn't always do what he's advised to do. But we are talking about a 25-year-old with an unlimited supply of money, women chasing him, people at his disposal, etc., and a hot-headed female that thrives off of social media attention and is on the same financial level as above him. And it's a recipe for disaster. Not Cardi getting dragged by Offset's daddy and her getting dragged after being cheated on is wild. But that's not all, because he also shaded her when she retweeted this post that said women really want you to be rich and not cheap, just irrational, and she commented that they really are just men. This entire family is a hot mess, and according to sources, they keep defending him because he's rich and funds their lifestyle. Now, like I said, Cardi was content to take the disrespect, but the moment she found out that they helped him hide his side chick's pregnancy, all bets were off, and she understandably felt super betrayed over this, which is why she is now airing out his private business. And if he goes lower, Cardi is going to go even the lower, and she proved that when she allegedly leaked a new tape of Offset and his fellow Migos member Quo. According to her, Offset and Quo allegedly used to partake in threesomes with women together, including allegedly but before people start screaming and let me stop you, I know that Offset and Quo have always claimed that they're cousins, but they play cousins because they're not blood cousins at all. Y'all know how you grow up in the hood, and it's referred to them as cousins just because you knew them forever, and it was kind of complicated to explain how you knew each other. Yeah, that's exactly what happened here. So last year, Offset clarified that Quo and Takeoff are not related to him by blood. According to a reporter, he was in class Mies with Quo, the third member of the Migos, and began hanging out with him and Takeoff when Offset was in the 6th grade, while Quo was Takeoff's uncle. The two were just 30 years old.
We just stand on loyalty, you know what I mean? We stand on real deal loyalty. And, sometimes that shit ain't displayed. And this ain't got nothing to do with no label, no paperwork, no QC, no nothing. This got something to do with the three brothers. And shit, that is what it is. Right now, we gonna be the duo till time tell.
But in comparison, this is what Takeoff had to say about the situation.
Well, we always family now. Ain't nothing gonna change. So.
For a long time, Offset and Quo refused to talk about the drama surrounding the breakup, and everyone assumed that the drama was between Offset and Quavo and Takeoff. However, the real drama was between Offset and Quo, with Takeoff stuck in the middle. Offset and Cardi unfollowed Quo, However, in comparison, Takeoff had this to say about the situation. Now, obviously he was going to have Quo's back because that's his blood, but we could kind of tell that he wasn't exactly a part of the drama and that he wanted to be cool with the Offset. At first people thought that the group broke up because Offset was trying to leave the label quality control or because of money, but like Quo clarified, it wasn't about the label or money, but because Offset wasn't loyal to him. According to sources, this was because he found out that Offset and Saweetie had allegedly been having a little something going on behind his back and without his permission. Now, we first found out about Offset's alleged affair with Saweetie when CI was going back and forth in the argument with blogger Slim. Marriage Drug dropped the bombshell about Offset and C saying Offset slept with Saweetie. Do you really want to discuss husbands? This immediately sent the internet into a frenzy, and people immediately believed sleazy marriage because Offset has been exposed for cheating on him multiple times, so it wasn't exactly out of character for him. But Cardi denied the rumors, saying, "No baby, you lying, you making crazy lies, starting stuff, and putting female rappers in it with no receipts." No bloggers spoke on this. No, it wasn't long after this that Offset announced that he was leaving Migos, even though he claimed that he was leaving because of disagreements with the label. People didn't buy this excuse, and they were suspicious that the real reason he wanted to leave was that he fell out with the rest of the Migos over the drama that came with him sleeping with Quo's ex Saweetie. Quo also hinted at this in his song with Takeoff titled Messy, where he said, "BF, my dog behind my back. But I ain't stressing, not you wanted the gang, you should have said it, we would have blessed it, you should have just said it." And just in case it wasn't clear who he was talking about Saweetie. He also recreated their infamous elevator fight in the video. Cardi didn't directly address the drama, but she was allegedly to have made some moves behind the scenes, allegedly getting Saweetie blackballed. Now, we all know that Cardi loves nothing more than to attack the women that Offset cheats with, like the time she got Offset's side chick Jade and her sister beat up because Offset had an affair with Jade, or the time she got into an argument with Cuban Bell on Twitter because she and her friend had a thing with Offset. Well, C was not an exception to this rule because according to sources, Cardi allegedly decided to punish her by coming for Steve's bag and trying to get her blackballed in Hollywood. While this may sound weird and far-fetched, it actually isn't. I mean, do you all remember the collab that was supposed to happen between Saweetie and rapper Glorilla? Saweetie was set to appear on the remix of Gorilla's hit song Fifth along with other rappers like Lotto and JT the City Girls. Well, Saweetie had already written her verse for the song and had even recorded it, which means that the deal was already done, signed, and all the bases had been covered, and the only thing left was the music video. But for some reason, STI was suddenly dropped from the song without any explanation, and this is weird because it had already been confirmed that she was going to be on the song, and she had already recorded the verse. It was even weirder that she was the only one dropped from the song, and as far as we know, there was no bad blood between her and Glorilla. While we were all trying to figure out what exactly was going on, Gorilla announced that Cardi B was going to be hopping on her song tomorrow too, and it suddenly made sense why STI was the only one dropped from the Fifth remix. The timing was interesting to say the least because just when Saweetie got dropped, Cardi hopped on a song with Glorilla. Well, fans immediately put 2 and 2 together and definitely got 4, and one fan wrote, "So the reason SOI was removed from Fifth remix is because she stuck with Offset and Cardi knew that, so she basically blackballed her and wouldn't collab with Gorilla unless So's verse was scraped. Who's stopping bags now?" And another thing, and said, so that's why Cardi made Glorilla take Saweetie off at the knee, and in return, she gave Glorilla a free feature. But Cardi definitely threw shade on Twitter, accusing Offset and Quavo of sleeping around, saying, "Baby, going for anything, but I can't go for none of that." Well, Quavo caught his sub, and when he and Takeoff went on Drink Champs, picked Nicki Minaj over Cardi B.
Not me, y'all. This is mad. I'm taking a shot. I'm sinister shit.
I'm gonna say Nicki.
Yeah, see, I was gonna say the same thing though. That's crazy.
So you said Nicki.
Yeah.
So being that y'all agree, that's a shot. They gotta take a shot.
Now, first off, Nori, no, he was messy for that question. Knowing the history between Nicki and Cardi, it was clear that Takeoff didn't want to answer the question and had his reservations, but Quo didn't even bat an A and went straight for the kill. Plus, at the time, Quo and Cardi were not on good terms, so there was no way that he would have picked Cardi. I mean, even if he really does prefer Cardi, he still would have picked Nicki just to be petty. There's no other way he could have gone. Not saying that I blame Dram Champs for him being messy. Cause that's what they do, and that's definitely what Nora's known for. They drink and talk, and a lot of the time it gets messy, but messy in an entertaining way, if you know what I mean. Also, I find it interesting that Quavo is all up on Nicki Minaj and picking her over Cardi when everyone knows that he and Nicki don't even like each other. Nicki has been on the outs with the Amigos since they collaborated on the song Motorsport, and it became a whole lot of drama. The song sparked Nicki's disagreement with Cardi B and marked the beginning of their feud. It also affected her relationship with the Amigos since she believed they, particularly Quavo, allowed the media to promote false narratives about her without intervening in their dispute. It also strained her relationship with the Amigos because she claimed they, particularly Quavo, allowed the media to spread false narratives about her without intervening to correct the record. They simply stood by and let her be dragged without saying anything, and she has not been cool with them since. I mean, it was only a few years ago that Quavo dissed Nicki in his song Huncho Dreams, saying she said I hurt her feelings. Call up Queen Nicki 52 times. The queen can't flex on a young beau yanking on your weave across the room as I pike that ass. Nicki, do you love me please? Why you crying? Why so? Yeah, he basically wrote a song about how he and Nicki did the nasty and how she probably hung up on him. Of course, Nicki didn't like this, and it just made things worse between them. This is another reason why I think that Quavo was just being petty with his reply because of his current situation with Cardi. He was just trying to get under her skin, and from the look of things he achieved that because Cardi reacted on her Instagram story saying stand on it. She also retweeted this post from a fan that said you might get clout you was chasing today, but you going to be back lame tomorrow. But Quavo was not the only one shading Cardi because Sai, the threesome partner, allegedly also shaded Cardi on a couple of occasions. For example, when some Getty image pictures of Cardi at the Vanity Fair Oscars party went viral, a lot of people felt like she didn't look good in the pictures. There were so many comments talking about how she doesn't look the same as the picture she posted on Instagram and how she photoshopped her pictures and stuff like that. Then it got worse when Nicki Minaj tweeted clock that tea and people felt like she was throwing shade at Cardi since she tweeted that when Cardi was getting dragged, then she also shaded Cardi again saying Photoshop them bars. But then SOI stepped into the drama and threw some mega shade at Cardi. Also no scratch that she didn't just throw some shade, but she threw the entire forest at Cardi when she posted these images and captioned them she don't need no edits. Talk about being shady. Well, so definitely knew what she was doing when she posted those pictures, because posting those when Cardi was getting dragged and then adding the caption about edits and Photoshop, yeah, she definitely knew what she was doing when she hit send. Well, people got Saweetie's message loud and clear, and they made comments like "Thing I somebody husband and clowning them with your beauty is insane head bar for real," and she cleared Cardi for real. Well, Cardi got about that shade and tweeted, "I'm not as mean as I could be, and I want people to be more grateful for that, y'all." Offset always has Cardi out here fighting for her life on social media, and it explains why she is finally ready to spill the tea once and for all. Now, remember how I said that Grau allegedly got mad because Offset and Saweetie got involved without his permission? Well, it turns out that he and Offset allegedly used to engage in three-way intercourse with Saweetie, if you know what I mean. Allegedly, the three of them used to get very freaky with one another when Saweetie and Quavo were a thing. This explains Quavo's line in the song Messy, where he said, "BF my dog behind my back, but I ain't stressing. You wanted the game, you should have said it, we would have blessed it." Now, for a long time we have wondered what he meant by said he want in the game and how they would have blessed it, but it looks like the answers were right there before our eyes for the longest time, but we really didn't put two and two together then. But according to an insider, when he and C had their messy breakup, Offset allegedly assured them that he was going to be loyal to him and stop whatever he had going on with Saweetie, but he didn't do that. Instead, he continued getting freaky with her behind Quavo's back, like he said, and when Quavo found out, he reportedly blew the whole thing wide open, which is why he and Cardi fell off, because she felt betrayed by him, and Saweetie as she should, because the whole thing is messy and disrespectful. Well, fans have been commenting saying stuff like, "I haven't prayed in a minute, but I suddenly have the intense desire to fall to my knees and beg God to shield Sai." What a tragic situation to unfold in such a vulnerable moment. Walk away whilst you still have your dignity, baby. Offset only loves the idea of having you hold on, so she F Offset after having dated Quavo. Wow, they keeping it in the family for real? And at this point we gotta kidnap Offset, and the ransom should be divorce papers from Cardi, cuz keeps embarrassing us, y'all. The situation is a crazy hot mess, but I got to know what you feel about this drama. Drop your thoughts and comments below, and then check out this next film.